because the destiny of our two nations lies in the hands of our youths.
She also described Taiwan as one of Gambia's most treasured friends and further stated her gratitude towards Taiwan's openness to share knowledge. Professor C from the Taiwanese University of Science and Technology presented and gave a brief background of the students who are all majoring in product and architectural design. Professor C also affirmed that the visit is the beginning of a continuous relationship between Taiwanese and Gambian students. Sheikh Omar Bitey, President of National Union of Gambian Students and the President of the University of the Gambia Student Union, said that the visit will serve as a motivation to our youths and encourage creativity.
This exchange, I believe, will not only be about the two countries or the bilateral relationship between the Gambia and Taiwan. It will also serve as a motivation to the young Gambians, especially students of this country. I believe these students will be the people who are taking this country to the next level in terms of development and in terms of economic growth.
Mr. Bitey went on to show his appreciation to the Taiwanese people and expressed the hope that the program will be expanded to other sectors. The program was closed by the flying of self-made plastic flowers made by the visiting students. Mamadou Diallo, GRTS.
From volunteers to donor aid coordinators, the Gambia Red Cross Society has, with technical support from the Spanish Red Cross movement, secured $22 million in funding from the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. Mabukar Kamara reports the money is meant to support 5,700 families affected by last year's crop failure.
In this press conference, to tell the nation, to tell the world, to tell our partners, the donors, how prepared we are as a movement in responding to the needs of the people that we intend to serve in this particular operation that we called Food Security Operation 2012.
It is a universal movement founded in 1859 by Henry Donant, called the Red Cross, recounting its support once again to the vulnerable since government declared the 2011 cropping season as a failure, with an appeal for support from its collaborative partners is the humanitarian movement.
Since the declaration of the crop failure by the government of the Gambia on the 6th of June, March 2012, the management of the Gambia Red Cross, manifesting a very high-level commitment to the cause of humanity, which the Red Cross indeed is, had worked very diligently and tirelessly in order to supplement the efforts of government in alleviating the suffering of the vulnerable communities.
We receive funding from the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies with a draft funding of 146,342 Swiss francs, which totals to 4,800,000. We also, through the Federation, received funding from the Icelandic Red Cross, an amount of 300,000 Swiss francs, which also amounts to 9,900,000. In total, we were able to secure, through the Federation, 14.7 million Gambian dollars to support the vulnerables. Bilaterally also, with the Spanish Red Cross, we were able to mobilize 7.3 million Gambian dollars to support the vulnerables.
From volunteers to donor aid coordinators, the Impartiality Movement vowed to spend $22 million amongst 39,000 people within the hard-hit regions of North Bank and Lower River regions.
Rice, we are buying 288,000 kilos, which is 5,760 50 kilograms bags of rice for the next 4 months. Oil, we are buying 48,000 liters of oil of 2,889 20-liter gallons of oil. And seeds, this is seed rice. We are buying 144,450 kilograms, which is 2,889 bags of rice, and oil is 2,400 gallons of oil. The total beneficiary population for food is 6,000 people for the next 4 months, which is 1,000 families, 6 person to a family ratio. And we are doing our distribution in LRR, in Jara East, and in North Bank, in Lower Badibo. The total beneficiary population for seeds and cash voucher will be 39,000 people, which is 5,778 families would be targeted for this particular support.
The funds mobilized with technical support from the Spanish Red Cross has a funding gap of $14 million. The Gambia Red Cross Society are however determined to seek for additional resources for possible malnutrition outbreak within the two identified regions within the next 4 months. Babukar Kamara, GRTS.
Total Gambia Limited has commissioned a fleet of new land vehicles with safety features capable of ensuring safe distribution of fuel. Mamoudou Jallow was at the ceremony presided over by officials of the fuel distributor, and this is his report.
In the wake of growing concern for safety on our roads, coupled with the rising number of deaths and permanent disabilities resulting from traffic-related accidents, Total, globally with other stakeholders, initiated what is best known as PATROM. This initiative is a large-scale project deployed in all Total subsidiaries. The principal objective is to reduce the number of road and road-related accidents by placing emphasis on driver training and ensuring the technical monitoring of the vehicles. This transport management system will help reduce environmental pollution, risk to public property, and loss of life, among others. It is to this end, Total Gambia Limited took this bold and swift step by introducing through Baj Transport Services 5 new hydrocarbon tankers in its fleet. The tankers are built to modern-day specifications and will be equipped with onboard computers to track and monitor the behavior of the driver and the condition of the vehicle on the road. Total Gambia, as part of the global Total family, operates with international standards and guidelines as is done in Europe. Total Gambia Limited asks all road users to also play their part so that together they can guarantee a zero road accident with safety first. Mamoudou Ndiaye, GRTS.
That report was actually by Mamoudou Ndiaye and not Mamoudou Jallow. You can also follow that story and other GRTS programs live on our website, that is at www.grts.gm. There you can also monitor GRTS Radio Live. We'll be back with more stories right after this break.
Go Gambia, go discover the smiling coast of Africa.
Welcome back. Hundreds of angry protesters have stormed parts of Bamako, calling for urgent external military intervention to rein in the radical Ansaruddin group and Tuareg rebels in northern Mali. The UN Security Council is expected to meet on Thursday night to decide whether to authorize military action in Mali. Any UN approval of the resolution will allow an ECOWAS military contingent to move in to restore calm in the troubled West African country. Let's look at this report for more on that.
In spite of heavy rains, Malians braved the weather in Bamako on Wednesday. They wanted to show their support for a military intervention to liberate North Mali from the Islamists. The protesters denounced the silence of the Malian authorities and urged the government to send a military envoy to the north.
Military intervention is necessary. It's no longer avoidable. It's inevitable. And what do you think the reaction of the government is to all this? Lethargic, abnormal, without responsibility. The youth are ready to join our country's military, but we also need international aid.
Ready to send troops to rebel-occupied Mali, the West African countries are waiting for the green light from the UN Security Council, who are due to meet Thursday night.